What is going on, guys, and welcome to hang on a second, wait, don't click off the video. There we go. What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of Career Mode, and this is episode number 52, and we're closing out the season. This is the second to last episode of the Barclays Premier League season. Of course, we're only focusing on this competition now because we are knocked out of the FA Cup and the Europa League. We of course won the League Cup this season with Liverpool, which is awesome, but this is the only competition we're focusing on. So we're closing out the season. We're doing our best to try and get that last Champions League place, but unfortunately oh dear, it just didn't really work for me in this episode. Excuse me. And it's all my fault, really. I don't blame the AI at all. I mean, this episode is just you're gonna be tearing your hair out watching this episode. You know, it genuinely is that bad. The defending is just non-existent. I couldn't even pretend to defend, if that makes sense. You know, I genuinely was just awful, and nothing seemed to be working. And when I was 2-0 down here at home to QPR, I was thinking it's got to change, and we did manage to get ourselves back in the game. And in the 72nd minute, this was Granero giving the ball away, and Jan Via to Andy Carroll. Carroll plays a wonderful ball through to Jordan Slew, and could Slew finish? No, because he finds Maxime gone along, so he plays the ball back to Jordan Slew, and it's 2-2. So we managed to rescue a point, or so I thought. Despite the incredibly bad defending, it looked like we were going to get a point here at Anfield, which isn't too bad, but to be honest, against QPR we should be winning. But unfortunately, once again, my defending was so poor. I gave the ball away, it came all the way to Fred, and oh god, I mean, to be honest, I don't know what Reina was doing there, but even so, the defending was just awful, man. It was horrible as Fred managed to put the ball into the back of the net. But in injury time, John Taylor off the bench picked up the ball here. Lovely piece of running skill to get past Jose Basingwa. He found Gonalons, he found Andy Carroll, and I just always feel so confident about winning a penalty when I step inside the box, because the opposition AI always seem to pull your shirt, you know, so much, and I always feel confident eventually they'll give a penalty, and that's exactly what happened here. Armand Traore was pulling his shirt, definite penalty. Decided to give it to Jan Via just because he seems to have the best penalty stat and the most composed stat in the whole of the team. Jan Via steps up. Could he finish? Yes, he could. Nice side foot into this left side of the corner. What, left side of the net? And 3-3, the final score. It was terrible. I mean, defending was just so bad in this game. I was thinking to myself, never again am I going to defend like that. It was so humiliating to just constantly give the ball away and just not play properly. But 3-3 the final score. But yeah, it could have been worse, so I guess I was just pleased to get a draw out of that game when it looked like it was going to be a loss in injury time. But here is a youth squad report, I think this is called. Yep, youth squad monthly report. Some of the players are pretty decent. This guy looks very good, so I decided to offer him a contract. Obviously, we've got the World Cup coming up in 2 episodes' time, so look forward to that, Rio 2014. But I doubt I'll be taking any of these players with me, but they look pretty good. But the following game is away at Stamford Bridge to take on Chelsea, and obviously this was definitely going to be, I think this is the biggest team we faced in this episode, but obviously this was going to be a very tough game, and Chelsea did take the lead just before 20 minutes. It was Ivanovic's header. My fault once again. I brought Reina out. I thought he was going to make it, but he didn't, and the Serbian Ivanovic took full effect of that what's the word? Situation? Yeah, there you go. But in the 32nd minute, Andy Carroll comes through here, gets past Javier Mascherano, I think it was, and it's a great finish from Carroll, just about managing to slide the ball under the on-rushing Chelsea goalkeeper, who was either Petr Cech or Courtois, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, 1-1 at this stage, but once again, Andy Carroll, he had an absolute stormer in this game. You know, I know that since I lost Suarez, the striker department isn't filled with amazing players, but I really do rate Andy Carroll, and he had an incredible game here. And look at the way he attacks this ball, absolutely awesome, 6'3", he's a monster in the air, and it's a great header from Carroll to make it 2-1. And just before half time, if things couldn't get better, Carroll here plays a great ball over the top to Raheem Sterling. It's perfectly weighted. He goes 1-1 with the goalkeeper. It's a definite penalty. He's taken out, and I think it was a booking as well for Courtois. It might have been. Yeah, it was booking for Courtois. And penalty to Liverpool. Carroll's already got 2 in 40 minutes. Can he get a third as well? Well, I gave him a penalty. Could he score? Steps up against the Belgian, and he slots it in. Nice penalty from Carroll. 3-1 to Liverpool. I was thinking, right, the QPR game was just a one-off. It was poor defending, but surely we're going to get the win here. And we were. I mean, 90 minutes played. 3-1 to Liverpool. There was no way back for Chelsea, but for some reason Skirtle decided not to kick that ball away when I powered up, and the ball eventually found its way to Kevin De Bruyne, who slotted the ball past Reina. I was thinking to myself, okay, it's the 90th minute, they've scored a goal, but I feel like I had a reason to be a bit annoyed about that, because if you watch that back again, John Taylor goes for the Ronaldo chop round Ryan Bertrand, and it's a definite foul, man. There is clear contact. The referee said no, and unfortunately Chelsea went up the pitch, and 2 goals in added time, and who got the equaliser? Well, it had to be Torres, didn't it? El Nino against his former club. I was disgusted with that game, to be honest. To concede 2 goals in injury time was just ridiculous. I mean, again, defending probably my fault, but that was a definite foul on John Taylor. Ryan Bertrand got none of the ball, and he took John Taylor. I mean, I know Taylor didn't go down, but it was a definite penalty, man. But for some reason, the referee said no, and unfortunately, that was how the game finished. So 3-3 the final score, another 3-3, really disappointing, but we did manage to pick up this South Korean 16-year-old left midfielder, 4-star skills, not great, but like I say, he's only 16 years old, so I'm sure he'll improve. But the following game was away at Carrow Road to take on Norwich City, and I was thinking to myself, Norwich down the bottom end of the table, this should be a certain 3 points. Sorry if you heard my phone ringing there. But yeah, the next game was against Norwich away, and I felt really confident. I put out a backup team, but oh my god, what am I doing? The defending is so bad. I bring out Gaza, and it's a simple finish for Wes Hoolahan. I mean, I swear to God, if you haven't literally just tried to gouge your eyes out from the bad defending in this episode yet, I mean, well, this game is definitely going to make you want to do it a lot more. I mean, this is Vaughan getting the ball here, and, look at me over Reece Bennett, man. I'm just running around in circles, and it's just really disappointing because, I'm usually a bit better than this, I know that sounds ridiculous because, as you guys have seen over the course of this series, I am not that great at defending, but I am usually a little bit better than this, and I just make so many mistakes in this episode, and sometimes it's not about the mistakes, it's just not sort of reacting quick enough, and that's quite a surprise because I'm quite a fast reactor when it comes to sort of clearing a danger and being aware to the situation, having good awareness. But in this episode, like I just couldn't seem to do anything. It was just awful, to be honest. And the attacking as well. I mean, I was scoring a lot of goals, but that's not enough. That genuinely isn't enough. You still got to make sure that you tighten up the defence. And put it this way: after that game, I knew there was no chance of getting to the Champions League, and you'll see the league table at the start of the next episode. There isn't, but it's just awful. You do not want to end a season like this because, I mean, it just leaves you with no confidence when you come to start the next season off. And obviously for me in Rio 2014 with South Korea, this gives me no confidence whatsoever when I'm conceding so many sloppy goals. And the last game was against Blackburn as they come to Anfield to take on my former club. And obviously Blackburn, the club I left in, I think it was December of last year. Well, again, my defending, everyone just seems to disappear at the back. Craig Gibson, the young scouted player I gave a chance to when I was Blackburn manager, gets Blackburn off and running. But Blackburn had Song in goal. If you don't know who he was a South Korean scouted player up I signed just for a third choice keeper. So they must have lost John Ruddy, and obviously we took Paulo Gazaniga off them. But Song, who was rated like 61 when I signed him, was saving everything. It was, I'd scored 6 goals in 3 games, I think, prior to this game. Yeah, in this game, against a 61 rated goalkeeper, I still couldn't score. It was hilarious. I mean, the game when you'd think I would surely score as many goals as possible, I couldn't score a single goal. He was saving everything. It was crazy. And this guy definitely gave me a reason to make sure he'd be on the plane for the Rio 2014 tournament. But we did manage to get the ball in the back of the net here. Johan Belhanda skipping past Florian Gardo _ and smashing the ball past Song. Finally, we get the better of the goalkeeper that should not be making that many saves. But yeah, it was 1-1 at this stage, and I was thinking, oh, thank God for that, because when Sterling came through here and Grant Hanley backed off him, it was a simple finish for Raheem Sterling. And I thought to myself, right, 2-1 up now. Surely we're going to get a win here, and surely we're not going to concede any more goals. But I thought, we got 6 minutes till half time. I'll just pass the ball around the midfield a little bit, just play to half time, really, just sort of not not ultra defensive, but definitely just try and protect the lead. But unfortunately, when Belhanda gave the ball away here, Henriksen picked the ball up for Blackburn. He found Craig Gibson, he found Christopherson. Great ball into Kim Shin-wook. He played the ball to Craig Gibson for his 2nd goal of the game. This guy, I mean, like I said, I signed him as a scouted player. I gave him the chance, and well, maybe I should have took him with me to Liverpool, because he is just being absolutely insane in this game. But this was Sterling coming through. His shot was well saved by Song, but it did fall to Asaidi, and the Moroccan managed to get the better of the South Korean goalkeeper. 2-2, and I was thinking, oh please, surely now. Sorry, 3-2 Liverpool. I was thinking, please, surely now, just hold on. Surely we can defend and finally get ourselves a win. But unfortunately, when Gibson found Olsen, he found Kim Shin-wook. What am I doing with Daniel Agger? Nothing. That's what I'm doing. Absolutely nothing. It's a simple finish for Big Kimmy. It's 3-3. That's how the game finishes. Awful defending. But yeah, I'm just glad that's over, and look forward to the next episode. I'm sure I won't be defending as bad as that. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.